Greetings all, welcome to Star Trek Frontiers, or welcome back to Star Trek Frontiers. I will note that this is not my first playlist for this game on YouTube, and if you search my channel, you'll find our captain, who's a Xeno Hunter. This is basically another run I basically did initially for this game, and it was a good run. I basically went through Eric Faen's timeline, and I showed off what that was all about. We got the Air Slayer achievement, I basically finished it, so that's great. But I had a problem with this run here. When I was basically doing the recordings a little bit after I completed the Eric Faen timeline, there was basically a rainstorm basically happening outside my house. And as a result of that rain and the high winds and all that basically came with it, it knocked out power. And during my recording session, basically at the time, it basically, cut down the power of my computer. As a result of that, footage was lost, and I didn't think it'd be prudent to basically continue to run. So, I figured I stopped at a good point where, I could, start a new run, I think. And there is, other stuff they show on this game, early on. There's basically two other timelines I could explore. One for basically Valencia, and another for Zep Faen, the sister of Calagan Faen. So, we're going to do a new run. Now, for those basically doing this playlist first before the other ones, I will obviously note that basically I use Google Play, the version for this game, to play this game. And this is just a cursor. I'm basically emulating this on a computer with a program called Nox. So, that's basically how this is being played right now, on a computer with an emulator called Nox, the Google Play version. I basically have all the unlocks, not really the story stuff. I have this guy here, of course, but basically everything else besides that is not really unlocked, except for War Master down here. So I'll be aiming to try and get this unlocked, and we're going to be doing on the path basically for this one right here, Heir Apparent. And for those of you who viewed this, play this before, I plan to go a little bit quicker this time around, so you won't have to wait long basically for me to explain how to start the game, stuff like that. So basically, I'm gonna go through here. We're not gonna basically show off the creative template and stuff like that. I will say that I'm gonna be playing with this updated Bolt Commander here, and I will note that I actually have two other templates basically after the Xenobane template that I was gonna show off. One's basically a spy here, and one's basically commander. And I basically decided to update this basically to include the Palace Interceptor, which should be unlocked in the last playthrough. As well as also change over the Xeno Hunter here to Augustical Explorer. And the reason for doing this is because I plan to do the Valencia timeline in this game, where we basically save the heir of Calagan, and fight off a bunch of ships basically trying to kill her after a certain point. So we're gonna launch the update Bolt Commander here. And last time I played Plan Ultimation, that was a pretty fun run, but this time around let's play with someone else. I think we'll go with House Thulan because these guys of course get that nice little repair bonus to ship on time and all that stuff. So I want to basically spend as much time as to repair my ship now. Of course I'm a Rogue-lite player, so I like to basically play with my random map, so we'll create a new map. I figured this time around, instead of having the 40 quadrants we had last time, the large galaxy, we're just going to have one that's big a quarter less size than that. And it'll be scattered this time around. And we're just going to call this the bold one. So there we go, my galaxy set up. We're going to be playing with House Thulan. I'm going to keep the difficulty on hard for now because I'm not really sure, completely sure if I'm basically capable of playing on impossible yet, but we'll probably get there soon enough. I don't really need it for the achievements either, so why not just keep it on hard for that reason. I'll keep the intro on, just so you guys can see it again if you're new to the game. And for a name here, and yes, that's a girl's name, so to speak. We're going to play with a girl character this time around, I think. And, the idea here would be, I basically want to show off, maybe the female characters a little bit. That's a pretty good looking character right there, so let's keep her as is right there. Do I will note by there's a lot of faces you can hues, Arab, Black, Chinese, basically there's lots and lots of people you can choose from if you want to basically play with, with your own, custom characters and stuff. There we go, she's back. And there's her uniform. Again, much like the male characters, lots of uniforms. Although these are basically mirror images of like the male uniforms, but they basically have like, feel and flair to them, so it is what it is. But it's fine, we'll keep her uniform like this. And let's just launch. One year ago, I became a Star Trek captain. Step forward, Captain Fuchsiana. From our family, you have been chosen to inherit your great-uncle's charter. I am willing. This is a great honor. You will make House Thulan proud in deed and word. I abandoned my life as a grab and took to the stars. I am the master of my ship. I answer to no one except my officers and crew. In the void, we live by the unique code of the Star Traders. We make our own way among the stars. We stay alive and take care of our ship no matter what. The life of space is a hard one, but my officers have my back, and together we face the void. Orbiting Thulan Prime. Captain, we've reached a stable orbital trajectory over Thulan Prime. Should we engage the void engine? Let the engines rest. We need a minute for council. Officers got around. You all heard the message I received at the starport today. A Thulan prince has requested that we transport a Zendu arbiter to his system. He is willing to pay handsomely, it seems. Speak your minds. Captain, the woman is an arbiter. She may be one of the most dangerous people in the galaxy, but also one of the most powerful. It also means she is of a Zendu bloodline, like the Templars. It is rare that a Star Trek captain is called on to help an arbiter. This Estelle Brockstrom could be a valuable ally. I've heard said that working for a Zendu can be both a curse and a blessing. She claims she only needs short lifts across the quadrant. The pay would be good. There is much to consider. Your thoughts are appreciated. Dismissed. Arbiter Estelle Brockstrom is waiting for us at Ouroboros Cross, and needs passage to the court of Prince Calagan Faen. Both she and the prince could be powerful allies. However, if we wish to avoid entanglements, we could go our own way. A waypoint gets set, and we can access a mission list for basically see what it's all about. But anyhow, that's basically the opening tutorial again. Now I sort of skipped this last time, but I'll go through it just to show it off this time around. So, whenever you need advice or help with a screen, open the links menu and then choose to consult with your officers. So, this button here. I'm not going to click it this time. This is an event log where we can see the most recent events, such as skill tests during travel, tap and hold for descriptive tooltips. And again, I'll note this is of course like an Android version, so tap and hold basically means you have to tap with your finger, so it's got finger controls. Tap a star system on the map to move your ship, tap and drag to pan. To zoom the map, picture zoom with 2 fingers. Our current waypoint is always set to the arbiter's location. To sail toward the waypoint, tap and navigate button. To see a tooltip about anything in the game, tap and hold on the button, icon or text. You can rely on us, Captain. Alright then, so we're basically in the game, and before I sort of continue, I will note that the Palace Interceptor is basically a little bit lower than the current budget basically for playing out this game, so we actually start with a little bit of extra money here, as you can see. Basically the idea is that you start with 20% of the cost of their budget, but that's basically remaining, so we would have had around 50 or 60,000 credits basically remaining, so we get 10% of that, and there's our credit bundle as a result, so almost 20k. Here's our ship basically, the Palace Interceptor. I'll note that this has a 34 Void engine, and that's basically a little bit smaller than the Frontier Liner, and as a result, it only takes 3 RP to change. It also has a higher speed because the ship basically has access to the Traveler engine, so we have basically a higher speed at a cost of our agility. Now, I will note that with this ship here, this is basically a long range type of ship. It likes to fire stuff at longer ranges than shorter ranges, and as a result, we have better electronic dice and navigation dice for long range combat. A lot of people like to complain that this is a pretty overpowered ship, and it is very powerful. Just to throw it out there. So you'll get to see what it's all about. This is our galaxy that I basically have generated for us. And wow, that's a lot of interconnection over here. Let's look around then. So we're basically right in smack in the middle of this like busy little thing here. There's a small little broken thing up here and down here. But for the most part, this is well interconnected, and we basically do a lot of stuff here. There's far from rim for basically those who basically know what that's all about. And by the looks of it, well, I wonder who our enemies are going to be. Is it going to be Rychart? Perhaps it'll be Alta Mesa. Maybe it'll be Maklume. Or maybe it'll be Zenrin. What will it be, I wonder? Anyhow, here's our crew. There's my captain. So I note that this captain here, she has 26 strength, 26 charisma, 20 quickness, 22 wisdom, 26 fortitude, and 20 resilience. I plan to make this a frontline captain, so she's going to fight in melee. So we're going to get a basic equip of her blade already. I probably won't get her in melee before she gets to level 2, but whatever, we'll leave her like that for now. There's her traits, there's her initiative. And we'll be having lots of fun with her, I think, in the future. For now, we're going to get a discerning glance to basically recruit people of her. And we'll just leave her like that. And here are my officers. So these guys are my officers. Now I will note that compared to the Frontier Liner, which I basically play with the Xeno Hunter for those coming from that playlist, we basically have access to 5 officers as opposed to 4. And note that down here we got a navigator. So basically when you have these bigger ships in the B tier or the A tier, you basically have access to 5 officers, and past the engineer you get a random navigator or pilot basically being an officer. So in this case we have a navigator. And she has dismal stats, so not going to keep her, but whatever. We had a navigator, and probably going to replace her with someone else. Here's our engineer. She has good stats, so she'll be kept in as an officer, because I can use her as a fighter perhaps I need to. We're going to get a ton of overhaul. And while we're at it, I'll note that I plan to custom code these guys' uniforms a little bit, so let's go with the purple one there, sure, why not. Here's a quartermaster. He's got pretty good stats. I'm glad to see that. He could be either on a swordsman or a pistolier, so it's all fine with stats there. You're gonna get access to contract bargain at the start, and I should probably do this right now. We're just gonna go in here, and you can actually customize these guys' uniforms. I never actually shown this yet, but you can basically change the Havoc to wear uniforms you want to. You can customize the eyewear if you want to as well. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. We're just going to make a simple purple uniforms my officers I'm keeping. There's my combat medic. He's got really, really good strength. Does really quickness I'm after with this guy. Pretty good initiative too. For now, let's get medical staff, and to actually go up here and cycle through it properly, let's go and change the uniform with this. So there's my officers I'm keeping. And by the way, I would throw this person out the airlock, but the game doesn't let you do it, so we'll have to basically set down a lot of our off-marker ship. So that's our officers. Here's our crew. And I'll note, by the way, I'm going to use a lot of these sort notation buttons and filters, basically manage my crew, because on the Android version, basically, as you can see, it's a lot more constrained, what you can basically see. This is compared to the PC version, which basically gives you 3 rows of officers to go through and lots of guys to look at all at once. We have to basically make do here, so it's not the greatest this setup, but whatever. Anyhow, we got basically 2 crew dogs at this point. One of them has very dismal charisma, so you're just going to get access to safety protocols, and that's will be you. And you have good charisma, so you're going to relax and leave, I think. So perfect, we basically have those guys done. Here's our E-Techs. Now, of the E-Techs, one's going to get Hotwire. One's also going to get Hotwire. One's going to get Alert Scanner. One's going to get access to Signature Jammer. And these other 2 guys are going to get access to Storm Shielding. And that's going to be what my E-Techs will be doing. And let's see here. So here's my officers up here. There's my captain and the other guys I'm keeping. Let's change these guys. They're gonna have we're gonna basically customize code all these guys, I guess. So sure, we'll have them be like this type of thing here. Someone's got the same face. That's fine. There we go. So basically, here's my crew dogs. And, yeah, this is something you guys should do, by the way, if you want to. You can, like, you know, have, like, your guys be, like, you know, custom code however you basically want them to look. Sure, we'll go with that, like, you know, for him. So... is that it? Where's your uniform? I don't know about, like, all of these uniforms. They, are sort of, like, you know, mix-match of, like, you know, of the other, like, you know, gender, so... I can't seem to find a uniform for this one, though. Let's go with this one here. So, they're basically going to have, like, the, you know, that type of uniform, I guess, these guys. That's fine. So, there we go. And let's go for these other guys here. And I'm basically going to do this for each one of these guys, just to sort of, like, you know, dictate who I'm basically have and, like, who I'm losing and stuff like that. You don't actually have to do this, and, like, you know, you can, like, you know, basically, like, you know, not have these guys, like, just be whatever you want to. I could, like, customize their faces by the way, all look the same if I want to, but, you know, for, like, just a thing, but whatever. Here's a fun thing about this game, like, you know, you can play however you want to. There we go. And here's my final e-text, so... There we go. So there's my e-text, there's my crew dogs, there's my officers, there's my captain. Next we'll have the gunners, and these guys will have access to, let's see here. Let's have this for the gunners, a green uniform. There's not that many gunners compared to the other guys, so this shouldn't take as long. There we go. Alright, so for the gunner's talents, one's going to get access to boarding assault, one's going to get access to bombardment, one will get access to bullseye certainty, and one will get access to elusive barrage. So that's my gunners out of the way. Next I'm going to go through my mechanic here, and let's see here, what's a good, like, you know, suit for you to place to put on? You know what? Let's put on a Sailor Moon uniform for her mechanic there. So that's what she basically looks like. And for your skill, I like to get this guy repairs when I'm basically going to aim for combat. And I'll note, boy, like for this Palace Intercepts here, we are going to be aiming for like combat on this, like, you know, playthrough. So unlike with the Frontier Line, which is basically sort of avoiding sites, we're actually going to try and, like, you know, get into them a little bit more. And I'll try and, like, have like a fight like each, like, you know, episode. Outside perhaps this one. This one probably won't have one, but whatever. Here's our navigators. And sure, we'll have the red, you know, uniforms for these guys, I guess. These guys are going to get recharts, so that's all they're going to get. And let's get you basically have a red jacket is what I have for his, you know, thing here. There we go. See, this guy's going to get recharts. I usually get fast getaway for an escape, but since we're not really going to be aiming to, like, you know, do escapes in this one, with this type of build, we're going to be, like, fighting people. I won't worry about too much. I'll get that a little bit later. Here's our pilots, by the way. Let's see here. These guys can get expert maneuver. We'll get expert maneuver again. One of these guys can get invasive maneuvers. And someone can get, you know, sure landfall for now. And that's a good piloting suit, so let's get her to have, like, you know, the jumpsuit there. Alright, so apparently there are uniforms that, like, you know, certain, like, you know, basically certain generals want to have, like, certain uniforms available to them, I guess. Well, this guy can have this uniform, I guess. So these are, like, you know, custom female uniforms, I guess, here that, you know, aren't available to the males. They really should have, like, a paladin type of, like, you know, thing here. It's, like, you know, look like... However, they don't. Well, that's too bad. Well, we'll put this uniform on this guy because, you know, that's what these pilots will look like. Alright, here's the comic crew. So, I like that uniform basically all those guys have, so we'll give them the high-tech marine armor, so they're Space Marines. I don't know why I'm customizing them first, because, I have to look at their stats to see if I can keep them, but whatever. There we go. Alright then, so here's my comic crew. There's a Pistolier. She's got fairly poor quickness, but, yeah, we're not keeping this one, by the way, so kind of dirt basically placing, equipment on her, but whatever. Here's a soldier. She has, this one's stats also. We're not keeping her. Nope. Alright, so if I find someone I'm going to keep. So, here's a swordsman. This guy has, fairly decent fortitude and, a good arrow stats, so we'll keep this guy. I kind of worry a little bit about his accuracy, so what do I want to do with this guy, I think? I think I'll get him maybe sharp counter, so, we can get the parry and armor up, as well as, well, actually I think I'll go for balanced blade. This helps with melee accuracy, balanced blade. I think I would prefer that over, the actual defenses, so we'll get that. These guys are going to get fired because I don't really have any use for them. And I'll fire that Navigator too. Alright, so, that's basically the setup for our crew. And I'll note that basically I like to basically, aim to, have, our influence go up with our contacts early on. So, I'm basically going to avoid, going to the arbor here right away. And we're basically just going to our contacts right here. And wow, it's a pretty, big, quadrant here. Some stuff down here as well as stuff over here. Anyhow, one of our guys is right here. They are the Blackheart. So let's go visit our Blackheart friend. And we'll land. Alright, so let's just start firing off our crew a little bit, I guess. And I hope, we actually have, an empty slot on our ship before, we do anything, but we're still going to get rid of, our people that don't really need, so. Navigator, you can go away, so goodbye, thank you for your tenure. 0 days. We'll do the same to these guys down here because I don't really care about them. So, boink. And boink. And boink. Alright, so basically now I need 4 crew to basically do some stuff with. Really? Just 4 crew? Yeah, that's right, because they fire one of the officers. Alright, so, I will note by the way at this point that if I look at my crew here, I plan to make this this captain an elite captain, so she's good in the front row, and if this guy's injured, she can jump in, I guess. My Pistolier here for my engineer, she'll probably be up in the front row, so she's basically fine with that pistol. And I'll probably turn her into a military officer or something like that, basically help fight him in the front range. This guy here is a quartermaster. I might make this guy into a back row type of guy because it's the bounty hunter and they have intimidate, so maybe for him, let's get him a rifle. So there's his rifle. And Mech here, of course, is going to use a pistol because, he's a medic. So I'm not by the way looking at this right now. Position 1, Position 2, Position 3, Position 4. So that's basically how these guys are going to be set up. What I want to do right now is basically have 3 other guys basically for frontline officers who basically, fill up the ranks basically for those other positions. Except for the medic who I basically want to have as a medic, so I'll have to recruit one of those. I basically want to get myself maybe a rank 2 and rank 4 type of guy here, so that's what I'll be aiming to do right now. So we need crew. And I'll note by the way we have this certain glance here, basically recruit someone. I'm gonna try and recruit a soldier right now, and hopefully we can get someone with high strength and initiative, so we did not get one. Alright, well, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll do that quite a little bit frequently here to start out with, try and get someone, but we'll deal with it when we get to it. Note by the way, up here, because I fired that, officer that was basically my navigator, we're actually having a deficit in navigation, so I have to be very careful of that early on, and early going. If I want to, I could swap out my, nav assist module here, but that'll help with a jump cost, and eventually my guys will, level up my, navigator, so I'm gonna hold off for it for now. So here's the Blackheart. You'll have missions for me. Very simple missions, apparently. One's a one-way shipper over to Ronelan and the independent world of Sahelia. Apparently we have an independent world around us. That's good to know. And over here we got another guy here. So there's Ronelan. Alright, we're probably going to go up there for our missions, I guess. But, let's see here. We'll pick this one right now, I guess, because that's like, you know, a little bit like, you know, more paying for like the, you know, quicker return time, I guess. Now, I know with the black cart, by the way, as you can see here, she offers us support rank, trade permits, edicts, and other stuff. I'll note the main reason I basically got the black cart here is because I want to get discount repairs, and because I also want to get access to pirates later on. So I'll be able to show off these guys later on down the road for her. And I guess I'll explore over here. Let's go find what what he wants to do. So it's a she, and I don't know if she also has trade permits as well up to like rank 1. But more importantly, she actually gives us extra scouts and trade conditioning. I want to know, by the way, like, you know, one reason I'm picking to get to go explore. If you basically recall from like, you know, the last like, you know, playthrough with the Xeno Hunter, I basically had the instance where one of my soldiers, the guy with the girl with a shotgun, she had like, you know, a trick called flashbacks, and soon after, like, I found it out, I basically fired her. Flashbacks is basically a bad trait that can like, you know, happen to like your guys, and if you basically want to get rid of that trait and other bad traits like it, you use this here. You basically have influence from like, you know, the faction for it to work, so 50 influence minimum, and you also have an effective repertoire as well. But it's a very, very important thing to get this, so I'll be trying to get this up as you know, great as possible. And yeah, I can basically see here, Gitso condition can remove battle scarred, combat nervous, crippled, death wish, fatalistic, flashbacks. There's one right there. Hypochondriac, hyperwarp sickness, gravity sickness, maimed or weak system. So all good stuff. Anyways, let's see our missions. And we've got one basically to go over here to run a null again, so I'm going to take that one. And walk at 10 now. We'll stop this one for now, and we'll pick up another one here. And let's just get over here to Ronaldo and basically drop these missions off, so we'll do that. And of course the factions are like dueling out with their like, you know, schemes and such, so a dual assassin will start between DFuxa and Zemrin. And a trade wars will be between Zemrin and Ultimesa, so they're having some interesting, you know, things going on over there. By the way, I'll note that for our news here, a malicious bomb is happening at the Syndicate Rychart world, so we'll be against Rychart in this one apparently. So they were going to be over here. So that's where we're going to have like our, like, you know, Faen timeline goes to go and hit stuff, I guess. Alright, so mission contacts, let's get these out of the way. Boom. And boom. So we get a little bit of money for that, we get our influence up for our guys. I recruit people if I want to, so let's get ourselves in our soldier. Poor critness, poor wisdom, so no. I like her HP though. That's a good HP to have, as well as the resilience, but nope. Alright, that's probably good enough for a first episode, I think. Basically, like, you know, we jumped in, we did a couple missions. I'm going to save right now just in case, like, you know, something bad happens, and, like, you know, I obviously don't want to, like, repeat this all again, so there's Captain Fux's first save. I'll probably try and save at, like, you know, turn 120, so 210, like, 15 if I can, just to sort of, like, you know, push it along a little bit, but, you know, for the most part, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of, like, this resuming Let's Play, and take care.